Hello, team. Happy New Year. How are we? Welcome. It's 2026, I believe. Last time we spoke was all the way back last year. I hope everyone's had a pleasant time, and that, you know, you're not snowed in just yet. I mean, we will be next week, but right now we're not. I should probably put some sort of disclaimer out that this light is messing about a little bit, so we'll play around with that. You can probably hear a little bit of thing in my voice. I may or may not be coming down with tonsillitis, possibly. We'll see. That feels like a belated Christmas present that I didn't ask for, but you know, sometimes you don't always get the things you ask for, do you? It must have been some sort of secret Santa had turned up and figured that, you know what, TJ doesn't need to talk very much, so figured that that's going to be there, just getting in the way a little bit. So we've got that to deal with. What else? Oh yeah, we're not very good at Football Manager. Yeah, we probably should get back into that, shouldn't we? Same service as before, I presume, really. We probably won't win many games, but we'll have a bit of a laugh trying to do something with it. Yeah, let's get into it, shall we? It's bloody light. Right, let's do a light count as to how many times we need to reset that light. There must be some sort of like Wi-Fi connection messing around with it or something. I don't know. That's far too technical for me to have to try and work out right now. But welcome. Hello, happy New Year, Chris, Tim, Oxlow, Rougeau, of course. Pleasure to have you in. Rich, of course, is here. Watched the documentary thing. This was the song where music went crap because media people were scared of it. The Firestar by The Prodigy. I think I might know which documentary you're talking about, actually. There was a lot of stuff in the press, wasn't there, about when Firestar came out. So yeah, that's where we are. Welcome, of course, by the way, to everyone who is still in and around, just chilling in the background. Hello, YouTube, as well, by the way, if people are thinking, oh, is there a YouTube stream? There is, and it works. And if it doesn't work, just refresh the stream. Just refresh it. It'll work perfectly fine then. So that's what's happening there. And in terms of everything else, just same old, isn't it? Really, let's just roll about. Where are Darlington? Where are Darlington? Darlington all the way down in 15th. Oh dear. Played 7, won 2, drawn 1. Sorry, lost 4. Goal difference of -1. Scored 7, conceded 8. Okay, so we're not getting battered all the time, which is good. I guess that means that we're just sort of like 1-0s, 2-0s, that sort of thing. 2-0 win, 1-0 win, 1-0 defeat, 1-0 defeat, 3-2 defeat, 2-0 win, 2-0 defeat, 1-0 draw. Right, okay, fine. So we did a win against Lowestoft. Excellent. That other one's gone off there. Everything will be fine. Everything will be fine. It's going to be all right. We got Fylde, Buxton, Southport, St Albans, Bury, Hartlepool, Oxford, Scunthorpe. Whether we get through all those tonight, we'll have to see. Yeah, I'll see how long I last, to be honest. Because yeah, throat wise, we'll see how the throat feels. You can probably hear there's a bit. Chest is not ideal either. That might be partly because I'm not very well. It might be partly because I went for a 10k run today as well. So there's also that, which is not a good idea if you don't feel well. I don't think that's don't really think that's a good idea, you know. Oh, so but I did it though. Well, I've got to though. This is the thing, right? So I've got to do it because I've got a bloody half marathon in 12 weeks, haven't I? So I had to, and I went slow. I did an hour 7. So it's not. I wasn't like running it. It was very much a tubby jog. And it was just to sort of get some blood flow going through my legs, get a bit of fresh air, get out of the house, really. But yeah, I've got 12 weeks to get up to half marathon pace, so I need to do something, which I know is obviously counterproductive to being ill. I figure that eventually it'll all just balance out and it'll be fine. Keeney, appreciate the sub, my friend. Very, very kind. Thank you for that. 8 months. 8 months. I appreciate you, Keeney. Thank you very kindly indeed. So yeah, so we'll see. We'll see. Recover first, then run. That probably makes more sense, actually. That probably makes a lot more sense. And I think that's what most normal people would do, really. But the problem is, right, and this is where my head's at, right? And everyone, feel free to correct me where I'm wrong. I'm not going to say if I'm wrong, but where I'm wrong. Correct me where I'm wrong. As a parent of 2 young children, I don't think you're ever fully recovered, really. You're always carrying some sort of illness. You're always carrying some sort of lurgy. You're always underhydrated, underslept. You never, like, I've got one of these, like, and this is not a fancy garment at all. This is one of the cheap garments. If I listen to that, I mean, I used to have a whoop. I used to wear my whoop all the time, and that used to I was paying money every single month for that thing to tell me that I wasn't very fit and that I hadn't slept. And I was like, I know that because I feel it. Like, I live it. I know I haven't slept enough because I do this till about midnight. Then I take a little bit of time to decompress and unwind. And then when I do get to bed, the kids then turn up at 6 a.m. and smash me in the face wanting an iPad. So that to me suggests, you know what? That's not 8 hours sleep, is it? That's not. At best, that's 5. And you can't do that for a long time because that's not sustainable. So some things, of course, will have to be adjusted ever so slightly. And I suppose, I mean, I don't know, is now the right time to talk about it? We might as well talk about it, get it out there in the open early doors. We're probably going to change the streaming schedule a little bit this year. I've had to think about this. I had a bit of time over Christmas to reflect, as I think you should, over the festive period. And we can look and think, where do we get time back? What's working for us? What can we do better? And for me, I feel like the schedule might need to change a little bit this year, right? I reckon, this is my thinking so far, right? I reckon that Mondays are fine. Mondays seem to work okay. Start of the week, it's just nice to check in on a Monday, make sure everyone's fine. Numbers are up and down on Monday. We know where we are on Mondays, right? Wednesdays has been quite tough this year, right? Lots and lots of football going on at the minute, which of course is always going to affect any stream that has a football audience. Not that we have a massively football audience per se, but people will go to watch matches. They will, watch the Champions League, all that sort of stuff. So we've seen, that we sort of we start reasonable numbers and then we peak once all the games are finished, which, is great. But are we better off putting a bit more focus onto those Fridays and those Saturday streams? Saturdays have been class, by the way. I really, really have enjoyed the Saturday streams because they've just been big numbers out of nowhere. Don't really know where the audience have come from on the Saturday streams, but I really, really like them. Really like them. And Fridays are fun. Fridays are really good fun. So at the minute, my thoughts are we maybe do Monday, Friday, Saturday. Obviously, that means, there'll be a bit of a gap on a Wednesday where people will be like, oh, I'm used to doing Wednesdays and now I've got something else I have to go and try and do or someone to watch, and then I run the risk of losing people, which I understand, but I need to have a think. The thoughts are welcome, by the way. Thoughts are welcome because, again, it would mean that I can kind of switch the podcast around a little bit as well. Tuesdays are out because I play football on a Tuesday now. So I think that's got to go. But yeah, that would just give me a little bit of sort of a bit more time to do some extra stuff in the background, maybe go to the gym or whatever, especially as well get some training done if this half Mazza is on the way as well. So that's where my head is at the minute. So just in case people sort of be like, things have changed. Look, we'll work on it as we go. We'll work on it as we go. Yeah. Healthy eating and training when training for a marathon. Kebab with salad and sauce. My brother thought that would be enough for his half marathon training. I mean, I've done a half marathon once before, Keeney. Only once. Right? And it was, and I had a bottle of wine the night before. So in my head, that's just technically carb loading. Right? Yeah, and that wasn't fun. That was back in the days when I had no kids and I was a lot lighter. So there's that to think about. Yeah. European football Tuesday, Thursday. I'd expect to see a drop in audience. As Tim says, it's better to be better for yourself. The audience will be here. That is true. That is true, actually. I mean, football is a 7 days a week sport now, isn't it? That's the problem. You know, as long as you have enough rough schedule, it's fine. People can cope with you Monday to Friday, or you're not a heroin dose. That is true, Rich. But I am Moorish, so maybe that's where there is a little crossover, possibly. Please do take TJ responsibly. That's what I would suggest as well. Yeah. Okay, so we are performing. Oh, that's Merthyr are performing badly up front. You're not that Moorish. Oh, I'm not that Moorish. No. I'm not Moorish enough to people who get addicted to TJ. But I think just, like a little bit of like, oh, do you know what? I could just do with a little bit of TJ. Like that sort of thing. Like, should we get a bit of TJ in like tonight? That sort of thing, Like, it's never off the table. Do you know what I mean? It's just like, maybe when the fun stops, carry on for 3 more seasons at Darlington. That's the one. That's the one. Yeah. TJ never knows when the fun stops because the fun's never really started, to be honest. We're quite confused about that, aren't we? So let's think about this then, right? Can't be Moorish if you end up keeling over from running when you're ill. We'll blame the running at that point then, Rougeau. Yeah, I'm happy to blame the running. Evening, Llama. How are you, my sir? How are we? Happy New Year, Mr. Llama. Hope you're well. Hope you're well, my friend. Welcome in. Hope family Llama are good, by the way. Hope you're all having a wonderful new year. Hope life is treating you all fine. Keeney, do you want a bit of TJ? Are you asking us, or is that your go-to when you're talking to Mrs. J? Well, Mrs. J. Yeah, sometimes I have to put a bit of me in a cake for Mrs. J to be interested. But yes. We'll see, won't we? Really, she has been known to turn her nose up as well. Even hello, Mrs. J. Yes, I was just describing myself as a bit Moorish. Back to Taskmaster, love. Could Mrs. J take over Darlow on a Wednesday? She could. She absolutely could. To be honest, we could maybe do that. In fact, that might make it easy. You know what I mean? That might make it easier. Actually, I can take Wednesdays off. Mrs. J can cover. Oh, hang on. Let me just very quickly do some admin here about Christmas tree collection. Probably start winning on a Wednesday. Yeah, and she'd come back. She'd be like, "Why have you ruined the team? Why have you ruined it?" Let's have a look, shall we? We've got this control a bit later, but Christmas was last week. Yeah. Oh, I think it's to. Yeah. No. No. Damn it. Right. Let's counterattack this out. Right. Okay. I've watched a lot of Sunderland over the weekend. So over the Christmas period. So there is now. I'm fully Reggie Lebrist to the eyeballs. So, oh no, you crack on, Rouge. I absolutely agree with that one. That's sometimes if it's an open goal there, you've got to go for it. You got to go for it. You know what I mean? Mr. J, just to play catch up here, you've been roped in to do the Wednesday stream when I'm pulling the plug on it. because I've said I'm gonna move away from Wednesday streams, and then the chat went, "Well, can Mrs. J not just do it?" Which, in fairness, is a good question. I'm stepping back. Wow, well, we spoke about this. We literally spoke about it at lunchtime. I was like, look, we'll maybe do like Monday, because I said, right, Monday, Friday, Saturday, and slightly shorter streams as well. Lulu Booster was another conversation we had. We had of maybe just wrapping it up at 11:30 possibly. I'd like to get started. I would love to start earlier. I think you I think you meant it like when you say you're going to finish the painting. That's true. Maybe this is only about having an ADHD dream as well. You're like, has TJ just added an extra day? I thought he said he was just stepping back. Yeah. TJ's told us he's a full-time creator. I'm not. Mrs. J's raging. She'll have to speak to you on a Wednesday. Oh, no, she won't. No. She'll send me out to the gym. It's fine. Taskmasters on Thursday. There you go. See? I mean, that's podcast day, isn't it? Right. Here we go then. If people want it, I'm happy to give it a go. Can't do any worse. I mean, to be fair, that is absolutely true. You can't do worse. You can only do better. Imagine that we come back and Mrs. J's got a 4-2-3-1 gag and press on the go, and we're like, are you kidding me here? Oh, hang on, right. Yeah, I'm going to have to get this done, right. I thought this was going to be a case that I could do this a little bit later, but it looks very much like £10 to collect a Christmas tree. Hang on. All right, we can't go manage a house, let alone a football club. If I'm doing this, I'm doing my own save. There's no Liverpool being done on this computer, Mrs. J. Not at all. Not at all. Although, actually, to be honest, we could do that. I mean, get Mrs. J to manage instead. £20 for a Christmas tree. Jesus, that's not good, is it? Even Spurs Phil, welcome in over on YouTube. Mario Hiorasaurus is in as well. Apologies if I've butchered that, but they're in from Edinburgh, so welcome. Burn the thing. So it's Lulu Booster's answer to everything. Just burn it. Yeah. Get that done. Right, here we go. We've got a football match to play. Who are we playing? We're playing Filed. We've gone with I've gone with a fluid counter-attack this time because as I say, I've watched a lot of Sunderland recently, so gonna have to get my Reggie Libris on. Right, sorry, let me just quickly fill this in as well, because otherwise the Christmas tree won't be taken. Isn't this good? There's not many streams. I don't think. I mean, I could be wrong, right? I don't think there's many streams where the streamer does admin, basic admin. I think that's the security code on the back of the card. Turner, get in. Get in. Have a bit of that. Oh, let's just do that. Apple Pay. Apple Pay is easier, isn't it? You need to do more life admin while playing FM. It's working well. Do you know what? This is probably the best way for me to do it, actually. Do you know what I mean? Right, cool. That's all done. Right. Anybody else want me to set up some sort of like direct debit payment? Should I do that now? What else can we do? Maybe I should book in some meetings next year. Do a food plan possibly while I'm here. Oh, balls at the top. There's Parvin, nods it back across. Oh, big Joey Dawson. In it goes. Can I send you my mortgage details? Oh, absolutely. Send the mortgage details across to see. I'll look at that for you and go, oh, you're paying too much. Do a tax return. Oh, do you know what? Yeah. They're not fun. They're not fun to do. A direct debit payment for what? I mean, I don't know. I've no idea, Dan. It's for anything. I'll set up a direct debit payment for japes and lols. True Blue. Are you still in the National League North? I am indeed. We're only 4 seasons in. Come on. Do you seriously expect me to be out of the National League North by now? Not you're clearly new. Not on your Nelly. Mario says, I know it's been a long time ago, but the stand-up show on FM was brilliant. Thank you for that. No, thank you for that, for coming and watching it, or at least watching it on YouTube, however you've seen it, but appreciate you for watching it and enjoying it. And McEwen has somehow managed to dribble past the goalkeeper on the line and then an own goal. I mean, we've been away from the game for a few days and it still doesn't work, does it? Like, kind of figured over Christmas it might get fixed, but no, apparently not. That'll do. Crazy goals are still a thing. Three 0 up though. This is all right, isn't it? Well, where Filed must be bottom at least. Filed, of course, are 4th. Of course they are. Why wouldn't they be? JY Doe in with the follow. Appreciate that, my friend. Very kind. If you are brand new around here, please do drop a follow on it on the channel. Same on YouTube as well, by the way. If you're in YouTube land, hit a follow on the channel. Drop a like on the stream. That's what content creators say, innit? Llama, if you're still in the chat, by the way, how is the Sicilian Air going? I'm afraid I've not obviously seen as much of it as I would have liked, given the fact that we've been off for Christmas term. So, weirdly, I don't get as much time to watch streams when I've got children, but when I'm at work, loads of time. Loads of time there. The top 3 has a gap already. That's worrying. Oh dear. Let's have a look at that and see where we're at. Are the game sounds loud on your screen, through your ears, or are they? That is quite a gap, isn't it? 6 points between Tamworth and Fylde. And there's only one team goes up and everyone else is then, scrambling about in the playoffs. Will Thornton with a great tackle. Dawson brings it down. Oh, there's Parvin. He's gone for it. Dawson with a tap in. It's 4. I mean, we're in dreamland now, aren't we? Absolute dreamland. Do I feel it's more difficult to promote an FM26? I've got no idea. At the minute, we're not promoted, so I'd say yes, but I know what I'm like on this game, so 4 seasons feels about right for me. to be fair, I mean, it's not going to take. It's going to take Darlington more than 4 seasons to get promoted in real life. So if anything, it's realistic. Yeah. McEwen brings it down. Oh, off the bar. Parvin has a bit of a look around. 2 assists already. Virtue, Parvin. Inside. Hits it. This game rested. Daly's on a yellow as well. Looks like they've changed their approach. I mean, they can change their approach all they want. McEwen's getting a bit tired as well, so we might need to bring him off. Might swap Gabby Large over on the left. Then pop Ntambwe on as well. Let's do that, shall we? Ntambwe, aggressive as they come. He's aggressive as they come. Just give him, you know, like in A Clockwork Orange, where they hold their eyes open and they just show them like video clips of violence. I feel like that's what we do with Ntambwe on the bench, and he's just like, let me at him, Gaffer. Just in case you know, we are gonna take your family hostage. Are you all right to play like 20 minutes, maybe? All right, Sears has got himself a knock. That's not ideal. Get it launched. Yeah. Oh, Mario, take it easy, my friend. Nice to have you. Nice to see you in. Do keep up with the rest of the stream, by the way. We're gonna be here for a while. We obviously will keep chatting away. This took a turn. I mean, yeah, early as well, really, for us when you think about it. I've not even had my lemon sip yet. Happy New Year, everyone. 4-0. 4-0. We got ourselves a win. Unbelievable. That was bloody brilliant. Chris, Kebab Wrap Chris, welcome in. Happy New Year, my friend. We had a plan. We did have a plan for that one. We went, right, let's do a counter-attack. And that worked. That worked perfectly. A perfectly executed plan. Now, let's look forward to 7 defeats in a row. So Corey Sears is out for 4 weeks. That's not ideal, is it? That's not good. Right, O'Malley comes back in then. Do we put O'Malley or do we put Anderson in? I mean, Anderson's done okay, but O'Malley's more of a left wing back, isn't he? I guess that acceleration is going to be the key for me. O'Malley sort of overperforms a little bit. Let's hope we win tomorrow. I mean, we might as well, Chris. I mean, it's the TJ editor Chris Derby tomorrow. I did. I think we were about. I mentioned that I did the Away the podcast, Sunderland podcast just before Christmas. I was on Christmas Eve, and I said that Sunderland would get 2 points from Leeds and Man City, and against Leeds, we were very, very lucky to get a point. Although we were decent in the first half, crap in the second half, and then the Man City game. Oh, we were good. We were very, very good. I got a last minute ticket for that one. Bloody cold, really, really cold, but like worth every mint, really, really mint. Yeah, every player playing out of their skin. TJ loves a derby this year. I've not lost one. Not lost one, Dan. We got a draw in the TJ versus Dan derby. Got a draw in the TJ versus Mrs. J derby. We won the actual derby. Nordy Mukwele is a little bit class, isn't he? He's a little bit class. And so is Alderete as well. He's a bit dodgy for the first 15 minutes of matches at the minute. But then after that, you're like, oh, he's class. He's really mid. Like, there was one bit, right? There was one bit against Man City where Alderete got caught offside. And it wasn't because we'd had a free kick and he was still up there. As a centre-back, he went on a wander. He went on a wander and got caught offside. It was mint. Like, Dennis Serkin tried to score a diving header from left back. It's just like, I've got no idea. Like, everybody was all over the place. Rotating, inverting, outverting, all over the place. Zeep says, TJ, once your players all go to AFCON, surely you'll start losing. Do you know what, Zeep? I've heard this. That AFCON will be the death of us. And the December fixture list as well. So yeah. And do you know what? Just you wait till we've played someone. Just you wait. Then we'll start losing matches. Yeah. But yeah, AFCON, schmafcon, innit? In fact, here's the thing, right here. Oh God, right, I wasn't going to do this, but here's the thing, right? Obviously, we've lost 7 players to AFCON. Of that, really, Reinildo was a first choice, first team starter, like first name on the team sheet. Reinildo, left back. Siddiqui in centre mid. And I guess you could argue Talbi or Traore, right? So it's four starters, really, right? Diarra went, who would have been a starter had he not been injured. Matsuaku went, who we're trying to actively sell. Obviously, Adingra didn't go and has stepped in quite nicely. But I was talking to Mrs. J about this, right? And she was trying to say, right, that Liverpool have got injuries and they've got loads of first team players that are injured. And I was like, right, hang on. Let's break this down, right? What players have you got injured? And she went, well, Isaac, right? Salah is at AFCON. Then she goes, Joe Gomez. And I was like, well, he's not a first team regular, is he? He's not a starter, right? Because your starting centre-backs are Van Dijk and Canate. Right, so don't be bringing in that your subs are injured. Right, she's like, oh yeah, well, Gomez, right? And then she goes, Endo, and I was like, and he doesn't play midfield either, right? So what you're trying to say is you've got one player injured, and Salah, who's not been very good, isn't here at the minute. And she was like, go and buy more players. Like, oh, the other young defender that we bought is injured. Like, yeah, but he again wasn't going to be a first team starter, was he? Because every club's got the same 25-man squad. But it appears as though the big clubs don't really use them properly. That's just my 2 pence anyway. I could be wrong. I've been wrong before. Yeah. Once or twice. But it was just a thought I had. We're playing Buxton. Whereabouts are Buxton? Are they ahead of us? They're below us, but they are away. Slem, welcome in. I've just had the best youth intake possible. I'm youth cat 2. I don't know what youth category 2 means. I thought I was wrong, but I was mistaken. I thought I was wrong once, but I was mistaken. Good. I'm glad you were wrong about being wrong, Tim. Imagine if you were actually wrong. Imagine that. Imagine. Arteta overuses the same players and risks worse injuries to certain players. Yeah. Yeah, but you have other players within that 25-man squad, don't you? Surely. Beta Twig, appreciate you, my friend. Happy New Year. Welcome in. Appreciate the raid. How was your stream? Hope you were good. Oh, not SP. Shout out. Category 1 is the best possible. Okay, cool. Have a raid and run. You do it, my friend. You do it. Hope you're well. Nice to see you. Welcome in, Raiders. Come and pull yourselves up a chair. Come and join Darlington in National League North for the 4th season in a row. There's nothing more I can say about that tomorrow. That's just what it's going to be. And we're away to Buxton. We've just won a match, so you've probably already missed the only win we'll do all stream. I'm afraid we beat Fylde, who are 4th. We're currently 11th. Buxton down just above the relegation zone. So this one has got 3-0 Buxton written all over it. Before we even kick off, and just in case you're interested, it is raining. Because in Football Manager 26, the basically climate change is really drastic in FM26. It's it's a big problem. It's a big problem. Do recycle, folks. Because otherwise, you know, gonna be some seasons there's gonna be a flood where you have to save 2 of every position. Build an ark. Presumably only in the Middle Eastern leagues, I'd imagine. Or one of Mad Scientist's creator league. Yeah, imaginary leagues. Don't know. Make of that what you will. Workshop it. Find a punchline somewhere. Right, I'm not going to counterattack this one. I'm going to be a bit more... I want to be a bit more on the ball. Please. Thank you. 3 centre-backs against 1 striker, though. So that's not really ideal. Might have to mix that up a little bit. Well, we have had some shots. 4 shots, 2 on target as well. It's promising. Haven't as much of the ball as we'd like, though. Oh, do a shout. Do a shout, TJ. Go on. Do an encourage. Hosanna. Does Hosanna have the school the school banger chant? Bryce Hosanna, Bryce. Oh, what defending! What defending! More comedians need to do that. Give us the building blocks, and then just go to the audience, do something with it. So, yeah. Just you saw that one. I'm not bothered. Yeah, you enjoy it. Go nuts. Problem is, sometimes when a comedian does do that to the audience make it a lot worse. Virtue down the line to Parvin. Cuts back. Inside. Virtue. Oof, just over the top. Yeah, discourage those long shots that we can't do very well. Okay, so that's a good. Why have they lost focus? We've done well. I said you've done well. Bunch of dicks, aren't there? Do you know what I mean? Like, there I am, like, praising them, and they're like, no, don't go praising us, gaffer, right? Nah. Right, let's demand some more then. Place your hands consensually, Chris. That's what Reef forgot to mention, wasn't it? Put your hands on if I've said it's okay. Yeah. Don't just assume. Oh, Jack Daly, go on. Hang on, put your hands on once you've signed the NDA. All right, P. Diddy. Yeah, just put your phone in this locker and put some baby oil on. He definitely says, "Place your hands on my hole." Yeah, yeah, which I think he's referring to a sink. Tim, if I understand the lyrics, which there's a chance I don't. Um, but place your hands on my hole, and then yeah, just if you could make sure that the water doesn't rise, then we're all right. Yeah. Running order: get well first, then running, then baby oil. Oh yeah, don't go running with baby oil on. Although you might actually slip a bit further. So you know what I mean. It could be good for aerodynamism. Aerodynamism? Not sure if that's a word or not. But McEwen's made another goal. Look at this. It's a song about an interaction between Gary Stringer and his plumber. Yeah. Welcome in, new people. It's a pleasure to see you. Happy New Year to everyone who celebrates. What chaos have I entered into? Hello, Kevin. Welcome. Happy New Year. We're just talking about how all plumbers should be consent. You should get consent before they place their hands on anything. Not just plumbers, all people. Yeah. And if you're going to go running, don't do it covered in baby oil. But I mean, that's just life advice, isn't it, really? Yeah. But a happy New Year to you, Kev. Hope you're well. Hope all the family are good. Oh, that's a disgusting tackle, ref. Get him gone. Brian Horgan, off you go. Off you go. We're up to 8th, everyone. All grand, same for Team Jameson. We are very well, thank you. We are very well. Although youngest Jameson has got a lot of big feelings at the minute because it's the end of the Christmas holidays, and I think he's ready to go back to school. And eldest Jameson has just developed square eyes from screens constantly since the school broke up. But they're well. They're very well. They're just a little bit too much not too much indoors time with them, because that makes it sound like we've done nothing with them, which of course we have. But they wake us up at like 6 in the morning. Can I play the Switch? Because we bought them a Switch 2 for Christmas, you see. They had a Switch 1, which apparently wasn't enough, according to Mrs. J. So she wanted to get them a Switch 2. Fine, cool gift, really like it. But unfortunately, it just means that now they both have a Switch. And yeah, it's I think you all understand where I'm coming from with this one. Yeah. Yes, dear God, player, let me sleep. Chris, spoken with a lot of experience there. That's exactly what it is. Can I play the Switch? If you don't smash me in the face, yes. Monday morning, Dad, I'm not well. My stomach is sore. Oh, 100%. 100%. They've not felt a tummy ache at all, having eaten all of the chocolate and all of the food over the Christmas period. Monday morning, I don't feel so good. Like, oh, what a surprise. Get to school, you lying bastard. Although, having said that, Monday morning we're expecting snow Monday morning. So, and they've got an inset day on Monday, so it's gonna be Tuesday they go in if there's no snow, which there might be. There might be actual snow, not even like Yorkshire snow, which is like that. I've got a lot of messages from friends up north who are all like, loads of snow up here. And I'm like, yeah, I can see a lot of snow. Tell them to read books. They do. Do you know what? This is the thing, Rich. They love reading books, but they like playing Pokemon more. Oh God, there's snow down south. My word, lock the country down. They have snow down south, everybody. Two wins. I don't know if I've spoken to you properly at all since. I might have done. Guitars went down well with the children for Christmas. Guitars went down well. So, and then so they've sit and they've blocked them, they've put the amps on and stuff to just sit and just strum, and then they had some friends over yesterday because myself and Mrs. J helped out two of our friends and looked after their two little girls while they were at work, and the girls were like, "Can we play with those guitars?" I was like, "Yep," and they were like, "Right." So they were busy like smashing about on it as well. So I was like, Good work, team. TJ playing his triangle. I'm not playing my triangle in the corner, Kev, but yes. Pardon my French, but what the fuck is going on with the stream? We're winning games. I know, Tim. I'm not trying to draw attention to it in case the game hears us. Yeah. And it's all a bit like, ooh, look at that. TJ's getting a bit too confident. Yeah, let's see if the game doesn't notice. You know, like when you talk, and then your phone picks it up, and you like open up you open up Facebook or whatever, and there's like a targeted ad for like oh my god, look at that jumper that says nonce. Like when did I talk about that? Of course on stream. Yeah, that's what happens there. No drummers in the family. Well, Keeney, funny you should mention that. Youngest Jameson wants drums, okay, and I am all for Youngest Jameson having drums, and I will buy Youngest Jameson an electric drum kit. I've said that. The guitars this year were from me, so for Mrs. J knows that the guitars are from me, and we've said that to the kids. That Daddy's bought them, right? Okay, and basically what we've done there is that we were going to buy drums, but Youngest Jameson needs drum lessons first, right? Because I don't want to just buy him electric drum kit and then have him not really learn. It's a lot of money to be sat around for me to have a drum kit, basically. Which I'm all for, by the way. So I do think we need a bigger drum kit than just a little baby drum kit, because he will outgrow those as well. So we're going to need to go to the next set of drum kits. So, I've said, look, let's get you some drum lessons booked in. If you enjoy it, then fine, we'll get you drums. So, it's a possibility, is what we're saying. Yeah. TJ's the front man. TJ's the driver. You know what I mean? I've got a spare bass. I'm planning on giving it for my son for his 13th. Same thing my dad did for me. Oh, Chris, that's amazing. Genuine, I love that. I've said to the kids that if you're on guitars, you can have lots of guitars. You can only have one set of drums. So, think of it that way. Yeah, from a quantity perspective, more guitars. No one likes the drummers in the band. Well, the drummers in the band are either the coolest ones or the knobheads. Like, there is no middle ground with the drummer. You don't get just like, he's all right. You know what I mean? The drummer, the lad who's always on time? Nope, no one's ever said that before about a drummer. You have to look back to Spinal Tap to see all the drummers die in mysterious circumstances. That's what you want from a real drummer. I love the fact we've won 2 matches in a row. My first thought is, I wonder if we could buy anybody. It's like, this doesn't feel like this should really be happening. I was in a band where the drummer couldn't keep time. We didn't last very long. I had a band like that. And do you know what happened? He bought a cowbell. he figured that was the way to fix it. He bought a cowbell and he used it on every single song we played. He counted in a cowbell, and I was like, mate, this is not gonna be like, no, like, just the cowbell needs to go. Like, and this was way back in the day before Will Ferrell played with a cowbell on a viral clip. Like, and I'm not gonna lie, right? I'm not gonna lie. We had of course, at the time, we had a very much an Oasis sound, right? Because we wanted to be Oasis, like everybody did at the time. Oasis, from my recollection, right, and as quite a fan of Oasis, can't recall a single song that had a cowbell in it. Can't remember a single Oasis song that has a cowbell in there. But he figured, right, let's count this in. Clunk, 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 dunk, dunk, dunk. Like, nah, fuck off, mate. Get gone. He was something else, that boy. Less cowbell. Oh, like, so much less cowbell. Like, if you could have no cowbell, that would about that amount of cowbell. Like, the only time you should hear cowbells is on a cow, right? Or if you're in a skiing competition. Yeah. If you're at a skiing competition in the Alps, you hear a cowbell, that's reasonable. Not in a late 90s guitar band. Yeah. Stand-up routine about the guy with the cowbell. The guy with the cowbell ruined my life. Yeah, there you go. There's the new show, Kev. That's it. In brackets, don't cover yourself in baby oil if you go on running. A school playground to signal the end of a break. Is that a cowbell, though? I think that's more of an actual bell. Like a proper school bell. It's even called a school bell, as far as I'm aware. Let me Google it, right? Let me Google. What is the school bell called? I don't think it's a cowbell. What bell is a school bell? Traditionally a mechanical bell, but now often an electrical tone of music. Oh, look at that. What is it? It's a hand-cast brass or metal bell, often with a wooden handle. Yeah, it doesn't feel or sound like a school bell to me. Like a cowbell, sorry. Unless sorry. Here we go. Potentially. Maybe I'm wrong. Tim, did you go to an agricultural school? Possibly. I'm just dismissing you straight out of hand. Perhaps you were at an agricultural school and the bell was actually more for the cows. Because when the teacher used to go, the bell's not for you, the bell is for me. At your agricultural school, perhaps the teacher was going, the bell's not for you, the bell is for milking time. Which, of course, would have been, really difficult when Margaret Thatcher banned the milk. It's a whole bunch of cows just going, what the fuck are we meant to do now? They've done that bell and now we can't do anything. Yeah. What are we meant to do? Sit here just, twiddling our udders. The ADHD might be kicking in. a little bit. Just a smidge. Instead of what is love, it's just what is this? What is this? As a thing, what is it? I did go to school in the countryside surrounded by cows, and it's all starting to make sense now. It's ringing a bell, so to speak, and a pun as well. Oh, on it all. Look at this. We're back, everyone. What do the kids say? We are so back. That's what they say. Berrytown. Now, where are Berrytown? Berrytown are nowhere at all in the world. 2026 is our year, isn't it just? We've given them more than they could possibly have dreamed of. And then some. Right, let's go with 2 up top, actually. I'm not sure which partnership, as in like the Twitch partner. The Twitch partner's now kicked in, and it's like, right, now it's time to really get going. Let's see what we can do, shall we? Welcome to anyone who's brand new, by the way. This is the thing. If you've never been here before, and you're looking going, he doesn't talk about Football Manager a lot. Not much. Not a lot. If anything, Football Manager just gets in the way. Yeah. Right, let's see what we can do against Bury Town, shall we? Oh, it's raining, believe it or not, folks. It's raining. Of course it is. Even if we had the Saharan League on, it would be raining. You know? Every season is the monsoon season, apparently, in Football Manager 2026. We've worked on rain this year, so you'll get it all the time. Next year, sunshine. 2027, Football Manager 2027 now comes with dynamic weather. It includes sun. I guess it is Britain, in it, so it's always going to rain. It's the north. Good ball, McEwen. Took it home. Oh, come on. Needed to finish that off, didn't we? Home game in the Sahara Desert. Oh, look, it's the first game is rain. Yeah. Yeah, rain and then snow, Ian. Yeah. It's like, but I thought the song said there won't be snow in Africa this year. Well, there will be if you're playing FM27. FM26, I should say. Snow is a paid DLC. Looks like Tommaso Ciampa isn't renewing with WWE. Really? But you know what? I can see him going to AEW to replace Jericho. And then Matt Cardona can go as well in a few weeks. Once he's re-dropped by WWE. Gabby Large, Dawson. Part of me thinks they should let Johnny Gargano go to AEW as well. Because I love Johnny Gargano. Cardona has signed, but you know what WWE are like. Get him in, and then be like, yeah, we decided to release you again. Sorry, yeah, YouTube. If you're unaware of the tune, it's Pump Up the Jam tonight, by the way. So get your booty on the floor tonight, mate. My day. That's what they're. That's an instruction for the stream. Yeah. It wouldn't be Saturday night without that request, would it? Gabby Large inside. There's Jordy Nelson. God, Jordy. If you're going to score 1,000 goals, you need to hurry up. Dawson, miles offside. So far offside, he's in Middlesbrough. No, apparently he's not. Apparently he was onside. He is onside. My bad. There's a reason I wear these, isn't there? Very much onside. Great goal. Left back's been distracted by a crisp packet, yeah. Yeah, because he was worried a lot whether he was going to be replaced by it. You know, and at that level, it's like, am I going to be... Are they going to use people or crisp packets? Oh, off the post. What a fine goal that would have been, it said that. What a fine goal. Splendid strike, sir. We're not talking about defensive woes. Like, have we gone all like thespian, Darlington? Did we download the Bard update pack? That's what it was, wasn't it? Oh, yeah. We'll have to manage Stratford. Mally just punching the guy in the face and he goes past like, oh, I've got no tackle. Despite our woes in front of goal, we are somehow leading. We haven't got woes in front of goal. I think this system manager's as blind as I am. Do you know what I mean? Like, what's he on about? Daft cunt. For want of a better phrase. Sorry. I think this is set up for an Ntambwe coming on in it to start a riot. Speaking of angry individuals who can start riots, who saw Luke O'Nien rattle everyone at Man City just by being Luke O'Nien? What a guy! He could start a fight just in his own WhatsApp group with himself, couldn't he? Start a fight with his own shadow, Luke O'Nien, little tinker that he is. I just love the entitlement of Man City. They said, but he wouldn't let us take a quick throw. Grow up, you fannies. FM29, we can sub players for inanimate objects. That would be good, wouldn't it? Yeah, you've just brought on a bag of strips to replace your goalkeeper. Do you want to confirm? Yeah, I do actually. Yeah. Oh, that left winger's not playing very well. Do you reckon we can substitute him for the River Trent? Yeah, we could do that. Oh, yeah. Spurs aren't doing well either, Chris. And I'm not going to say much because of that. We have to play you tomorrow, but it's not looking good for your boys. Swap the central midfielder for a sofa. Yeah, exactly, yeah. Oh, Dawson, there's his hat-trick. Get him off. You played 3 defensive midfielders against Brentford. Well, it worked. You didn't concede. There is that. So, in a sense, smart, ain't he, Thomas Frank? Archie Gray was the creative outlet. Oh, dear. That's concerning, isn't it? And one of our creative outlets is Robert Roofs, who's brilliant. Defensive masterclass from Thomas Frank. Exactly. He go, like, a clean sheet away from home. That's fine. That's what you want, innit? Don't lose games. Oh, look at this. Counter-attack is in Ntambwe. Go on. Oh. Incoming bid. Your star striker has been valued at a Tesco meal deal. Would you like to accept the offer? No. He's not a club card centre forward, is he? Depends on the meal deal. Do you know what? Yes, you're right, Dan. It would. Because if someone comes and goes, oh, just a ham sandwich, please, plain crisps, and a Diet Coke. Nah, no chance. That's the worst. That's the worst meal deal you could possibly get. Yeah. Worse than if you just had the vegetarian or vegan option, I think. I'm going to get the egg mayo sandwich. You can get to fuck is what you can do. Yeah. That's what Richarlison for a bag of quavers at the moment. The thing is, though, people like quavers. That's the problem. No one really likes Richarlison, do they? Even Zanko, Happy New Year. Welcome. Hope you're good. Christopher Hogan, appreciate the follow there, and Ziggurat in on the raid as well. Appreciate that. Very kind. How are we? Welcome. Cloudy with a chance of goals. I mean, rainy with Football Manager. Surely. Kirazar's in as well. Happy New Year, Kirazar. Hope you're well. What's my go-to meal deal? See, I think for value, if you're looking past the chicken triple, then you're a fool to yourself. It's 3 sandwiches for the price of 2. Like, it might not be the best, but from a value perspective, you want to try and get the most bang for your buck, don't you? Right? So I'd go for a chicken triple, and then I'm not massively a fan of the crisps, you see. I will have them. If I was pushed to make a decision right now on what crisps I'd have, for me, a safe go-to is a large bag of salt and vinegar squares. Not the best crisps, I'll grant you, not the best crisps. They're not as... The protein crisps aren't really very good. I like a big bag of quavers, but I think I would... For me, I'd be like, you know what? Give me a big bag of salt and vinegar quavers, salt and vinegar squares, sorry, and I'm happy enough. Slovenia, appreciate you. Welcome. In you come. And then for me, I usually get a big bottle, like the sort of almost the litre bottles of water. I get one of them. Or if we've got the kids with us, then what we'll do is we'll go, right, the kids have already got drinks in my bag, so I will get either a coffee or a little protein shake, and I'll do that. Or sometimes I'll just get an iron brew, because, I'm happy with that, but that's where I'm at. I feel as though even then my meal deal's not great. Yeah. It's all right. It's not brilliant, is it? Ham and cheese or chicken and bacon, Doritos, meh, but they do the job. See, the cheese and ham, I would be on board with that, but I don't like the layer of mayo they put in it. Why is there a layer of mayo? And I know there's going to be mayo in the chicken triple, because can't fucking help themselves, can they? But why would you put it in the cheese and ham? Because what happens is that youngest Jameson, right, he likes ham, and eldest Jameson likes cheese. Now, sometimes if you don't have a plain sandwich, a cheese or a ham sandwich, I think I'll just get them a ham and cheese and take out the corresponding bit they don't want. But guess what? You've already worked it out. Neither of those Jamesons like their mayonnaise. So it ruins the option of getting one of those. And then I don't want bloody ham and mayonnaise or cheese and mayonnaise. So, yeah. It's not great, is it? Slovenia, how do you feel? Take it you're feeling better. Not well. I feel better. I don't feel well. I don't feel 100% Slovenia. I'd say I'm probably about 65 to 70%. Better than I did yesterday. I felt like I had a bit of a lot of... I had an inflamed uvula. I was going to say an inflamed vulva for a second there. I did not have an inflamed vulva. That would have explained me not streaming yesterday. And if anything, that would have been made quite a recovery from today, to be honest. So, be like, have you heard about TJ? TJ had an inflamed vulva. Well, the key part of that sentence was the word did, not still has. I did have one, but it's better now. Right? Okay. I mean, he is also another part of that, yeah. But Reese Galamo, welcome in. Appreciate the follow. New people, hello. It's good to be back. It's good. That's the Oasis version, not the other version, the Gary Glick. No, not being cancelled for that. Groove is indeed in the heart. And also in most furniture, in order to help you put it together nicely. Someone said groove is also in your hips. Also a lot of tension there as well, mainly from sitting a lot. Dan, by the way, for Dan's club card meal deal. Remember we were doing that a few minutes ago. Southern fried chicken pasta. Oh, southern fried chicken with pasta. Now I don't like the pasta there. There's something about cold pasta from Tesco's. I just don't get it. I don't get it. It's horrible. Mrs. J likes it, but I'm like, no, thank you. No, thank you. It's like tactical advice. I don't want that. But also southern fried chicken, very much, Southern American flavors mixed with pasta. I don't know how that works. That's like sushi pasta, isn't it? As far as I'm aware. Or like, have you ever come across the KFC soup, where I take some Kentucky Fried Chicken and I put it in a bowl of tomato soup? What do you reckon about that, TJ? Does that work? No, it doesn't. No, in the same way that shredded wheat doesn't work with wasabi. And put in a ramen. That wouldn't work either. But I appreciate people trying it. But southern fried chicken pasta, Steak McCoy's is all right. I'll give you a big high five for that, Dan. Steak McCoy's is a good one. And either a Monster Mango Loco or a Pepsi Max now, or a Fanta Fruit Twist. Fanta Fruit Twist? I've not had a Fanta Fruit Twist before, but I feel I might like a Fanta Fruit Twist. A Monster Loco what? Loco Zuma. Mango Loco Zuma. I'm not sure if I'd like that. Fanta Fruit Twist is fantastic. Is it? Okay. Because normally all I do is I tend to just have Iron Brew. I don't drink Coke. I don't drink that. Lemonade I like, so I'll have a Sprite occasionally. We went to Beamish, actually, before Christmas, and I had a Dandelion and Burdock, and I bloody love a Dandelion and Burdock. A ginger beer I don't mind, but maybe I need to have a think about this thing, because I'm going to try and keep Dry January going as well. For what would be the second year in a row, had it not been for a sponsorship deal with a whiskey company that may have the same surname as me last year. That obviously cut into that a little bit. Monster Mango is essentially like Rubicon. Have you had that before? No, I haven't. I've seen Rubicon, but I've never had it. And also, I'm not a massive fan of Monster. Like, it's all right. It's quite sweet, isn't it? Monster Pacific Punch. They're all very aggressive, aren't they? Very aggressive names. Monster Pacific Punch. That sounds like Donald Trump. Yeah, political and relevant now. That'll work. What else? What else am I missing? Nothing, TJ. No, I think you've got everything. You've sorted it. Not really no oil in Monster. Well, you never know. I mean, but then again, Donald Trump is a monster. So maybe that's it. Maybe that's my link. Defo been to Epstein Island. Defos. Go down the Epi. That's what, if you were Scouts, that's how they'd do it, wouldn't it? Off your ollies to the Epi. I don't know why I made Donald Trump Scouts for a second. Yeah, I Monster Kidnapper President flavor. Yeah. This one is Peace Prize flavored. Taste Venezuelan. Num 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 num. With a hint of cash. Ooh, very nice. Better Cage in on the Prime. Thank you, Better Cage. 7 months for you. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. See, I think I needed a little bit of break, didn't I? I'm back. I'm back to me best. I could just feel I was like lagging a little bit. Just when it came to like that last couple of streams, just like leading up to Christmas, I thought I was like, I think I'm coming across as tired a little bit. Whereas now, I mean, I've had what, upwards of 7 hours sleep over Christmas. And here we are back once again, like the Renegade Master. Giving it all sizes. Not judging the sizes. All sizes are welcome. The lemon sipper straw. The lemon sip. Actually, if I'm on dry January, I'm allowed lemon sip, right? Can I have Baileys, actually? Because that's not really alcohol, is it? Because I did realise that yesterday. I was like, oh, shit. I didn't even open that Baileys. And it was just last night I was like, oh, could have gone for a Baileys, really. I know it kind of is. It's a little bit of that. It's not much though, is it, really? Like, if you put it in hot chocolate, then it clearly can't be alcoholic that much. In the same way that mulled wine isn't really alcoholic, is it? No one's going to jail, right, for being over the limit because they've had too much Baileys. Like, you can't get no one's going to take their license off you. Like, oh, how much have you had? Oh, I've had like 5 Baileys. Like, they're going to go, right, okay, that's fine. You know, back to school you go, right? Do you know what I mean? I only had a litre of Baileys. Exactly. Like, what's the worst thing that could happen? A litre of Baileys. I'll tell you what's the worst thing that could happen. Nothing. Nothing's going to happen. Yeah, exactly. Grow up and drive home. Yeah. Stop wasting public services and just drive home. God's sake. You'd probably throw up off a litre of Baileys, only if you're a fanny. Yeah? Nobody is going to be... Like, I would struggle to believe that anybody has been sick after a litre of Baileys. And if they have, then, well, again, do you know what I mean? They've probably had too much hooch beforehand. Yeah, and they've mixed it badly. TJ does not condone driving, drinking Baileys and driving. Yeah, exactly. That's true. I don't condone it. But Gojo says people put alcohol in coffee as well. They do. Yeah. Yeah. That's the thing, see, because I know that, like, I know whiskey's real alcohol. I know that, but Baileys isn't really. Like, do you know what I mean? No, like, right, this might be a reach, right? But no one is waiting outside the off license, right? Going, here, mister. You'll go in and get us a bottle of Baileys. Like, not happening, is it? Not happening. Like, oh shit. Like, if you turn up to a house party, right, with a bottle of Baileys in your hand, someone's going to presume you're the designated driver. Like, that's where I am. Okay? Calispira Jason, welcome in. Mersey, Baileys is 17% alcohol. Yeah. Like, in the whole bottle, there's about 17%. Not really, is it? There's 17% alcohol in mouthwash. I'm not saying that no one's getting pulled over for having their breath too minty, are they? That is water, exactly. You know what I mean? Oh, but 17%. And? What's your point? After making hundreds of baby Guinnesses for annoying drunk women, unfortunately made me hate Baileys. Yeah. If someone drinking mouthwash, they probably shouldn't be driving for other reasons. Yeah. You're a soft yank, it all makes sense. There you go. Like, it's TikTok listing, by the way, because that'll get me banned again. Yeah. Americans who do a shot everywhere. Do a shot. Do a shot with me. Well, a shot of Bailey's. No, man, that's like 17% proof. Can't possibly drink that much. Then I'll be like wasted. I'll have to go and like go back to high school as a 42-year-old man. Yeah, I don't believe that. Imagine that. Oh man, I was so wasted last night, man. I had 2 shots of Bailey's. Whoa. No one ever got arrested because he went to the shopkeeper and said, "Give me the Baileys or I'll pop you." Exactly. You know what I mean? Do you know, like in like maximum security prisons, they're not mixing up Baileys, are they? They'll be like, right, we need some alcohol making. What are we gonna make? Are we gonna make some sort of like, you know, I don't know, some sort of like home brew? Could do. Can anyone knock me up a Bailey's? That would be quite nice, actually. It's not really alcohol either, is it? We won't get told off for that. Yeah. I was thinking how wine is 13%, but the volume you drink is relative to a shot is way more for a glass of wine. Oh yeah, I mean, look, whoever's drinking a shot of wine as well also deserves to be sent to jail. But I can tell you what, can I just have a shot of wine, please? Like nothing too strong. Bailey's is something you'd buy from an off-license underage to make it seem like you know what you're doing. I think people would be. I think if anything, that causes more concern. I genuinely think that it raises more questions than answers. Someone goes in, like, if a 15-year-old goes into the shop and goes like, "Can I have a bottle of Bailey's, please?" I'd be like, "You do realize you can have proper alcohol, right?" Like that. At that point, you go, "You're underage, really." Goat TV. I just started a Hereford save yesterday. Oh, good, good. You're literally battling Darlington for the title. Well, not on this save. Not on this save. We are nowhere near the title. In fact, we are losing to Southport, which is not good. And I may have been, well, probably not paying as much attention as I would like. Let's swap Anderson and Daly around. Bring Anderson on off for. It's worrying, isn't it? I think we were actually going to be a little bit. We were better as a 4-2-3-1. Put the ball straight for a throw in. I could probably handle a shot of wine rather than a full glass. Well, look, start on the Baileys, right? You'll be all right. Love our summer trying to get the FM on track. It's not going to happen, Dan, is it? Like they're clearly new. But I appreciate people trying. We did try, Your Honour. Oh no. Oh, God's sake. 2-0. I told you we're winning too many games. Right, someone go and get the Baileys. Got the Barrettes out here. I think we're going to lose more than 2 here. He told them not to give a shot of Bailey's at half time. Well, look, I'm just trying to prove something. McEwen. Joey Dawson's through. Go on, Joey. Oh. Curious to see if we start winning again if TJ starts drinking Baileys. I can't believe this Baileys slander from all of you people. You love a Baileys. I do love a Baileys. See, this was my point. My point was brought out of how much I love a Baileys. And from saying that, I could really I could go for Baileys, but unfortunately, I was led to believe that it's deemed to be alcoholic, and I was like, how do I rephrase it? I don't use Baileys to get drunk, right? That's the thing, innit? Like for me, that's what you class as alcohol, innit? Can alcohol get you drunk? Yes. Can Baileys get you drunk? Probably not. Really, probably not. Yeah, so I'm not. That was my point. I do love a Bailey's. Where did you finish first 3 seasons? I finished, well, okay, for interest, for GOAT TV, I finished 12th, 19th, and then 6th or 7th or something. I was in the playoffs, and we lost. So, yeah, unfortunately, we're losing this game as well, which is not good. I don't know if I've ever had a baby Guinness. I've just normal one. We spectacularly crashed out of the playoffs. Well, we got to the playoffs and then we lost on penalties at the first round. So yeah, it wasn't good, was it? With a lack of penalty takers. That was a dreadful performance, by the way, against Southport. They're not terrible to make, just when you're making 10 in a row, constantly be careful drizzling the Baileys over a spoon to make it look like Guinness. Yeah, bar jobs in it. I haven't got the patience for that. There's a lot of people I couldn't put up with. Jaden Luckier is looks like he's doing pretty well, doesn't it? Out of contract next season? End of the season, sorry. Right. Harmony Akumo's gone. He's left us. Who we got next? Barwell in the FA Cup third qualifying round. Well, we should really be quite aggressive in that match. Should we stay 4-2-4 in that match? Yeah, I think we've got to stay aggressive there, haven't we? Right, maybe we high press here. That's a word I've learned recently, by the way. I've learned it. I saw Sunderland do it. I saw Sunderland press high. They were good. Jason, I'll drink anything once except the dreaded Sambuca. Did my head in worse than absinthe ever did. For me, neat vodka. I can't do neat vodka. I got very drunk on neat vodka on my 21st, I think. 20th, 21st. That bad, I can't remember when it was. I think it was the 21st. But that was, yeah. Not good. Not good. So maybe not that anymore. And I also haven't really drank diesel since then either. Actually, that might be a lie because I may have drank some diesel after that, but definitely not the any more vodkas. Oh, here's the who did I speak to about this? Right, like because we've got Ebenezer Good on here, right? It might have been on stream actually, wasn't it? We had this on the other week, and is this one of those Mandela effect moments? Because again, stop me if we spoke about this before, but everyone believes that the shaman said that E's are good, but the lyrics are A's are good, Ebenezer good. Now, we know it should be Ebenezer because, you know, his name's Ebenezer, but is it, are we listening to a remix or is it, were we all just like going, I bet that sounds like E's are good. Yeah, that's very knowing. That's a little close for comfort. See, I did speak about this. Good. He's so good. He's Ebenezer good. Yeah. So good. He used the reference twice. Thank you, by the way, Jason, for a bit more vocal lubrication, because if we don't do that, the nonsense train will dry up. And we can't have that happening, surely, can we? The nonsense train calling it Tangent, which is an unexpected stop. Celebrity rumour, slander, and tier list. Interesting today. So, there you go. Right, here we go then. FA Cup match, or FA Cup qualifying match, as I say, sorry. Mr. Maggio is back in the house. Oh, for signing Ebenezer. Oh, there we go. Hello, Si. How are we, sir? Happy New Year to you, by the way. Welcome in. Great ball at the top. Joey Dawson. Oh. Celebrity rumour is that Richard Gere once stuck a gerbil up his arse. I mean, that come on, everybody knows about that. And he's probably not the only celebrity who've done that. Haven't. Joey Dawson. Parvin inside. Gabby Large. Dawson. Gabby Large. Barrymore, definitely. I was listening to the Dead Men Talk episode recently where they did a live show in Hull. And they had Danny Sutcliffe on, who's very, very funny. I love Danny. I've known him for many, many years. He's like so just ridiculously funny, like on stage and off stage, and just one of the best guys in the world. And they were talking about Coolio actually during the episode, and obviously it came up that Coolio had died, and they said that they were going to potentially dedicate one section of their festival to Coolio. And I was like, have you been listening in to these streams? And I know Rob and Freddie, I know them very, very well, and Tom, of course. I know Rob watches, and And I was like, I wonder or not whether this is a little shout out to our love of Coolio. Oh, off the bar. Llama, was I wrong about Gabby Llama? Seems to do all right despite his attributes. He does, doesn't he? He plays above and beyond his abilities, I think. Do you need to send them a picture board about the late Coolio? Possibly. I don't know if they've... I mean, they might get Denise Van Houten involved. They did an episode of Terry Christian, which was bizarre. Oh, balls... Oh, bounce through. We'll get Denise Van Houten to FM Con. Don't worry about that. We'll sort that out. That was your idea to invite Coolio at the party. It was, Chaser. It was. Rob sounds like you get behind DVO killing Coolio. 100%. 100%. McEwen, good ball in. Parvin with a header. Great header as well. Terry Christian episode was tragic, wasn't it? It was just so cringeworthy. It was just like, I don't know. McEwen with a cracking cross in. Do you know what? Parvin's been all right as well, hasn't he? Like when we brought him in from loan, he's been pretty good. TJ, most annoying celebrities from the 90s. Who makes your list? Ooh, okay. I reckon there's going to be a couple of controversial ones on this. Oh, is the TJ a controversial opinion? Really? From you? Well, that's quite surprising. We normally expect you to be straight down the middle and agree with everybody. Chris Akabusi? I'm going for it. Like, John Fashanu, yeah. John Fashanu was a bit of a bellend, wasn't he? Like, actually, like, was it... there's no way of me saying this without me getting in trouble. Which one said Awooga? I think it was John Fashanu, wasn't it? JK from Jamiroquai. Yeah, he was a bit of a melt, wasn't he? Like, oh, look at me, I'm Jamiroquai. I wear a big weird hat. Like, fuck off, Jamiroquai. And also, JK from Jamiroquai. Like, that's what he had. That's his full name. Like, everyone just called him Jamiroquai. Just, no one even knows you. Like, you'll do. Yeah, John Fashanu turning up, like, doing all his, like, Tai Chi and that before football matches. Like, shut up, John Fashanu. Who else did I not like? I didn't like John Fashanu was an unmitigated prick to Justin. Yeah. So we can put Fashanu in the bin. Who else am I putting in the bin? I'm gonna put I'm gonna put Toby Anstis. Was he annoying? Ant and Deck, definitely. Ant and Deck, absolutely, Si. They can go in the bin. Danny Bear was trying too hard. It's a fair point. Chris Evans. Oh, no. Oh. Here's a one. Right? 90s version of Danny Baker. Jimmy Five Bellies. 90s Danny Baker that hung out with Chris Evans, not Danny Baker, now reformed sports journalist. Mark Lamar, he's a greasy 50s bin man. Nick Hancock, yeah. Jesse Birdstall, the El Dorado actor. I mean, the fact that you even can name an El Dorado actor, Llama, shows the level of your disdain for actors and actresses in the 90s. And I'm here for it. Simon Jordan in the 90s. Simon Jordan in the 2000s. I don't think Simon Jordan was a big 90s person, was he? Maybe I'm wrong. Andy McDowell in 4 Weddings. Fair shout. Do you know what? I want to... I'm trying to work out who it was. Mick Hucknall. Yeah, he's a prick in every decade, isn't he? Really. Yeah, like, do you know what? If someone said, hey, Mick Hucknall is he's going away for a long time, I'd be like, do you know what? Yeah, fair. Chris Moyles, yeah. Rodney Marsh. Rodney Marsh was an annoying prick in the 90s, CK. Where? When? What? In what sense? Do you mean TV football pundit Rodney Marsh? I'd say he's more of a Soccer Saturday Barclays 2000s. And in that case, you could put all of them in there, really. Like, you got to put Tim Sherwood in there. Soccer Saturday was a bit of a bell end in the 90s. Oh, okay. Fair enough. I'll take that then. Who else would I have put? Jerry Halliwell, a prick in the 90s. I think this is controversial. I think there was bigger pricks in the Spice Girls than Jerry Halliwell. Yeah, Tim Lovejoy, I would agree with that, Matt. I would take that. Courtney Love, it's a bold one. It's a good one, isn't it? All of NSYNC. Robbie Williams was a prick in every decade as well. So Mike Tyson was a prick in the 90s. Yes. Vanilla Ice. James Whale. Who's James Whale? O.J. Simpson was a prick in the 90s. Yeah. I mean, in a sense, you know, we can go through a lot of people who were bad in the news at times going, I think I've got Margaret Thatcher was a bit of a dick in the 90s. Yeah, fair. Brian Harvey off of East 17. Yeah, he was. Saddam Hussein was a bit of a japester. Sarah Jessica Parker. Robert Mugabe. Hucknall dated Catherine Zeta-Jones, Helena Christensen, Melanie Sykes, Martine McCutcheon, Ulrika Johnson, Steffi Graf, Lady Victoria Hervey. It gives us all hope. Now, do we put Pete Sampras in there? The artist formerly known as Prince Andrew. Princess Diana was a bit of a prick, wasn't she, really, as well? I know some people be like, oh, she was the people's princess. Nah, I don't know. Do you know what I mean? Nah, I'm not sure. Do you put any Aluko on the brunch? No. Very much a 2000s. Was Lembit Opik 2000s? I would say so, yeah. I would say so. What about Andre Agassi or Pete Sampras? Would you put either of them? Nick Faldo. Nigel Mansell. Would you maybe put... You probably wouldn't put... Des Lynam in there, would you? Uri Geller, there's a prick. Absolutely. Jeremy Clarkson's a prick everywhere as well. Yeah. Quentin Wilson. Who's Quentin Wilson? Is that wasn't the person who drew all of the Roald Dahl books, was it? That's Quentin Blake. Whoops. Schumacher was more of a prick than Mansell. Yeah, but Mansell had a beard, had a little mustache, wasn't it? So, Des O'Connor. Quentin Wilson wrote the Tracy Beaker books. Fair enough. Andrew Lloyd Webber. He was a weird cunt, wasn't he? That's Jacqueline Wilson. Yeah. Who's the rugby player? That's Johnny Wilson, isn't it? Yeah. Him. Will Carling. He was a bit of a wanker, wasn't he? Will Carling. Was that what he's called? And in fact, actually, with him, with Will Carling, put the other Steve Beaumont from A Question of Sport. He can go on the dickhead list. But not Steve Davis. Despite, and I'm sure I've told you this story before. Bill Beaumont, not Steve Beaumont. Who's Steve Beaumont? Bill Beaumont. We'll put him in the dickhead pile. I told you, didn't I? I did a gig where Steve Davis was in the show and then left before I got on stage. Richard Wilson, I don't believe he wasn't a dickhead. He might have been. Maybe he did some bad things. I don't know. Oh, hang on. We're not having three lions playing. That can go, surely. Jim Davidson, yeah, he was a prick. Again, like he's a prick that's transcended decades though. Like, it's not just this year. He's been a bellend. He's been a bellend lots of years. Noel Edmonds. I think there's something wrong with Noel Edmonds. Like, I reckon someone's going to come out about him at some point. Yeah. No music through the Twitch stream. Oxlow, there's been loads of music. All of the music's been playing. I can't be the only one who's been listening to it. There's no music on the YouTube stream. See, my thoughts with Noel Edmonds is that someone can't do that much good without having a little bit of bad lined up. I've got the Twitch stream muted. I'm watching through YouTube. That'll be why then. Yeah. So yeah, YouTube, we're not allowed to have music coming through because it's copywritten. So they get really angry about it, and start telling me off. So Phil Daniels is worth a shout just for Whizbit alone. Was he in Whizbit? Phil Daniels from All the People, So Many People fame. Paul Daniels. Jack Daniels is to blame. Oh my God. Do you know what? If Paul Daniels was on Parklife instead of Phil Daniels, that would have been so much better. In fact, here's the new game, right? Put someone into something different just by moving their name. I don't know what it would be called on Twitter. Like, there's much easier ways of doing it. So, for example, we're going to put Paul Daniels sings on Parklife, right? And then when they go, so I would it be? So I wake up on Wednesdays, except when I'm really awakened by the dustman, and Debbie McGee is stood next to him while delivering that line. And then that would be good. Mr. Blobby Wonderwall. I don't know how that would work. Explain that to me, Chaser. It definitely wasn't Paul Daniels. He was in Neighbours running Lassiter's. That's even better. Get both of them involved, right? So, because then that's literally all the people, so many people, and then they all go hand in hand through their Parklife, and it's Paul Daniels off of Magic and Paul Daniels off of Neighbours, and then even put Paul Daniels in Quadrophenia as well. That would really work. Daniels and Garfunkel. Again, I don't think it works, Magic Ped. I think you've potentially thought we're just putting Paul Daniels in everything. And if that's the situation, then you know what? I'm all for it. Actually, I'm more than happy to do it. Paul Daniels in Gladiator. Right. Now, he's... Imagine if the poster for Gladiator... They just fucked Russell Crowe off and put Paul Daniels in. My name is Maximus Decimus Meridius Abracadabra. Wizardy woo, wizardy wop. I love it. I love the idea of Paul Daniels being the Gladiator. Paul Daniels as Hannibal Lecter. Yeah, Paul Daniels as anything. Just take it out. Oh, RoboCop is Paul Daniels. Nice shooting, son. What's your name? Oh, it's Paul Daniels. Wizardy woo. I don't know if Wizardy woo was his catchphrase. I don't think it was. Did you ever see Paul Daniels in Clockwork Orange? It was great. Did a little bit of whiz-bit. That would work, actually. That would work. Paul Daniels in Fight Club. Right. First rule of Fight Club is you have to take a card, right? Second rule of Fight Club is don't show it to me. Third rule of Fight Club is wizardy woo. Oh dear. Can someone find out what Paul Daniels' catchphrase was? I don't think it was wizardy woo. And can someone also, by the way, get me a new emote that just says wizardy woo with a picture of Paul Daniels in it? Or just a little wizardy woo. Paul Daniels as Wonder Woman. Yeah, it works. Who are you going to call? Paul Daniels. That's who you're going to call. Paul Daniels. Travis Bickle, you talking to me? You talking to me? Well, I'm the only one here. Now watch this card trick. Yeah, you like this. Not a lot, but you like it. It's the same. It's absolutely the same. Yeah. Paul Daniels is the only true magician, as he can only be magic to catch a Debbie McGee. I know something about Debbie McGee, which I'm not allowed to say on stream. But yeah. Well, sorry, I've still got Paul Daniels as Gladiator in my head. I'll text you. What else can we do with Paul Daniels? What can Paul Daniels be in that he hasn't been in before? It's the Wizard of Oz with Paul Daniels. That would make complete sense. We're off to see the Wizard, the Wonderful Wizard. You like this, but not a lot, but you'll like it. Wizardy woo. Off you go. Wizardy woo. Yeah, that'll be it. Who else would we just change? Someone completely. Short Circuit. Paul Daniels is alive. Woo, wizardy woo. Stick him in Harry Potter. You're a wizard, Harry. Wizardy woo. You say you've got an American ban, might as well get a Magician Guild ban. Well, this thing, we don't know who the Magician Guild are, do we? They might walk amongst us. James Bond is Daniels. Paul Daniels. Paul Daniels' famous quote, you've got to ask yourself one question. Do you feel lucky? Do you, punk? Wizardy woo. Everything sounds better with wizardy woo put on the end of it, doesn't it? Yeah. So go through. Frankly, my dear, I don't give a wizardy woo. Right, everything from now on. I'm gonna. Do you know what? The ADHD's fully kicked in now. Right, famous film quotes. Right, what are the 100 most famous film quotes? Here we go. Okay, as voted for by the American Film Institute. Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn. Wizardy woo. I'm going to make him an offer he can't refuse. Wizardy woo. That's The Godfather. You don't understand. I could have had class. I could have been a contender. I could have been somebody instead of a bum, which is what I am. Wizardy woo. That's On the Waterfront. Toto, I've got a feeling we're not in Kansas anymore. Wizardy woo. Here's looking at you, kid. Wizardy woo. Go ahead. Make my day. Wizardy woo. You, Jerry Maguire, you had me at Wizardy woo. I fucking lost it. I've lost the plot here. I honestly don't know. I've got no idea what I'm on about. But I'm having a great time. You will know my name is the Lord when I lay my vengeance upon thee. Wizardy woo. Which wallet's yours? You'll know which wallet's mine. It's the one that has Wizardy woo written on it. Which wallet's yours? It's the one with Wizardy woo written on it. Oh dear. Oh God. Paul Daniels as Marlon Brando in The Godfather. Someday, and that day may never come, I'll call upon you to do a service for me. But until that day, you'll like this favor. Not a lot, but you'll like it. Wizardy woo. Has this been a hoot stream? No, I've not had a drink. Maybe this is the problem. Maybe I need to get back on it to sort of like balance myself back out a little bit. This is dry January. This is what not drinking does to me. If anything, I'm actually better once I've got a little bit of alcohol in me, just to balance me out, just a smidge. What have we got? There's no crying in baseball. Wizardy woo. Keep your friends close, be enemies closer. Wizardy woo. Godfather Part 2. Greed, for the lack of a better word, is wizardy woo. That's Wall Street. I love the smell of napalm in the morning. Wizardy woo. That's Apocalypse Now. E.T. Phone Home. Wizardy woo. Wizardy woo. Here's Johnny. Wizardy. Wait a minute. You ain't heard nothing yet. Wizardy woo from the jazz singer. Show me the money. Wizardy woo. Play it again, Sam. Play Wizardy woo. Good morning, Vietnam. Wizardy woo. Wizardy woo to you too. And a wizardy woo to you. Shot in the buttocks. Wizardy woo. Die hard wizardy woo, motherfucker. Now, is Paul Daniels a Christmas film? That's the question. I mean, evening, Jemaroo. Nice to see you, pal. I'll be back. Wizardy woo. I need your clothes, your boots, and your motorcycle. Don't worry. Wizardy woo. Sorry, I've cast Paul Daniels in loads of films, and I've given him a new catchphrase, which is Wizardy woo. My favourite one is going to be the front cover of Gladiator. So there you go. Where we're going, we don't need roads. Wizardy woo. Yeah, whippy-ki-yay, mother Wizardy woo. Yeah. Do you know what they call a quarter pounder with cheese in Europe? What's that? They call it a Wizardy woo. What's in the box? Wizardy woo. It's Debbie McGee. Imagine that. It's 7. Paul Daniels. What's in the box? It's Debbie McGee. It just stands out. Hey. It's a much less sinister ending, isn't it? You know, it's like, it's Debbie McGee. It's my lovely assistant. Should we get back to some sort of... Hang on, let's put this on in the background. Right? Some of you are here for Football Manager. Not many of you, I understand that. But There you go. Some of you can have a bit of Football Manager just going on in the background. Wizardy Woo, how'd you do? To infinity and beyond, Wizardy Woo. The best thing about this is I'm just watching the viewers leave. Just as we go through, just people going, not for me. It's fine. I'm not for everybody. What's a Football Manager? No idea, Dwarf. No idea. It's just something that gets in the way of our stream, to be honest. A Wizardy Woo is not late. A Wizardy Woo arrives precisely when he wants to. I like it. Nice touch. Nice touch. Within every job that must be done, you must find a little bit of fun. Wizardy Woo. Adamski, by the way, playing for YouTube, just in case anyone's wondering what the music's going on now. Killer by Adamski. I'm going to wake up in the morning and be like, I hope I didn't say anything stupid on stream last night. Just a little bit, TJ. Just a bit. This is why Chris doesn't edit the streams anymore. Because it's just like, there's nothing I can do here, TJ. What on earth am I meant to do with this? Oh, I've cut the stream down to 90 seconds, which is the start. Was that of realising what the last 20 minutes has been? Not really. It's been more been an of like, oh, there's only 20 minutes left. Who the fuck would edit this? Not me, Dan. Have you noticed that the shortened versions tailed off pretty quickly? I was like, I can't. Yeah, I can't. I just can't. I've got work to do. It gets in the way. This is how you consume me. Like, you can only consume me in 3-hour chunks. It doesn't really trim down. Yeah. Oh, Mally. What a goal. Great strike. Go ahead, Punk. Make my day. Wizardy Woo. See, Jebberoo's getting on it, innit? Yeah, it needs the Wizardy Woo button. Star wipe, and we're out. Well, we're going. We don't need luck, Mrs. J. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. Who are you going to call? Paul Daniels. Oh, over the top. Did we decide who the biggest prick of the 90s was? We didn't actually. No, we got sidetracked, didn't we? Mick Hucknall is clearly winning by a country mile. Part of me wants to say Keith Floyd a little bit. You know, notorious TV drunk, but apparently not a drunk chef. Or maybe Gary Rhodes, actually. Nasty Nick from Big Brother. Was he 90s or was he 2000s? Because this is the thing. I think there's some of it sort of blurs a little bit, doesn't it? Didn't we do a whole chef on TV, a stream on TV chefs? Oh, like a few streams on chefs. He wrote things down, the absolute shitbag. Yeah, imagine that, writing stuff down to remember what to say. I would never be guilty of that. Gary Barlow's always been a prick. Yeah, Robbie Williams more so, I would say. Probably equally so, actually. What's he called? The little boy band maker. What's he called? The Irish fella off of the X Factor. I was going to say Louis Theroux for a second. Louis Walsh. Not Louis Theroux. Louis Theroux only made 2 boy bands, and neither of them were successful. One was called Hot Stuff from Scarborough, and the other one was called the microwave meals. Simon, not Cowell, the other one. Yeah, Simon and Garfunkel. That was it. Simon Cowell and Garfunkel. Gary Barlow's been a prick, but he's been redeemed by having a giant son who became a Twitter meme for a day. Yeah, and that covered for the fact that Gary Barlow doesn't pay tax. Gary Barlow doesn't pay tax. His son's massive though, isn't he? Like, so I guess that's all right. People are easily distracted, aren't they? So when Donald Trump's son turned up just like dun 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 dun. Yeah, it's fine to be distracted, Chris. Like, when the Og Monster turns up. I don't call myself the Og Monster. I call myself Nathan. It's a good name. Did I walk in at a bad time? There's only bad time, Triple P. There's only ever bad time here. Gareth from How To is the correct answer. Ooh. That is a good one. A little bit. Do you know what? Terry Nutkins. Or even Chris. What's he called? Chris. He's now like from the Really Wild Show. Chris Packham. From the Really Wild Show. Because he's now like is he like a thespian or something now? Or is he like sort of seen as someone like really intellectual? And it's like, I don't know about that. D.I. Burnside and Jimmy Corkill. See, look, you've got a lot of Brookside in you. I've not got much, so I don't have as much hate for them. But yeah, I'll go with that. Anyone from The Bill, maybe. Kevin Keegan's Love It moment. That was pretty funny, to be honest. That was pretty funny. You won't have any slander of The Bill. That was the theme tune, wasn't it? And then it was just like them walking, like that was the intro. Maybe DJ Spoonie, possibly. They had an intro and an outro. Fancy. That's ITV for you, isn't it? Gonna lose again, aren't we? DJ Spoonie was 2000s. Oh, damn it. Maybe it was more of a who would it have been on the radio airwaves? Dave Lee Travis. Who of course turned out to be a nonce. Chris Tarrant, David Mellor, yeah. Massive Tory as well, yeah. Marky Mark. Right, did Marky Mark end up becoming Mark Wahlberg? Or is that an urban myth? He did become that. Right, okay. So that for me feels weird, didn't it? Like, I don't know if there's much I could add to that, but Good Vibrations is an underrated banger. Good Vibrations by, I'm digging it, by the Beach Boys. And that's underrated. I'd say that's very much a rated song. Right, Parvin's having a shocker, isn't he? Good Vibrations by Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch. That's a lot of people. Let's see what they say, shall we? Right, hang on. Good Vibrations. Right, okay, we'll get this on next. And we'll let the Boo Radleys finish. Donnie Wahlberg was in Band of Brothers, therefore is a good person. We've lost to St Albans, the Wizardy Woo Radleys and the Wake Up Wizardy Woo. It's important to distinguish which Marky Mark, not Marky Mark, the Metro Radio traffic correspondent. See, I thought it was him. I was hoping as well that that Gary Neville was related to BBC Northeast reporter Mike Neville. You need Paul Daniels to perform some Wizardy Woos on your team. I mean, until we started talking about Paul Daniels, we were doing all right. See, look, loads of wins. We mentioned Wizardy Woos, and then we've only gone and lost, haven't we? You had Fred the Weather Nonce. Oh, we'll have some bad weather over here, won't you, boys and girls? Woo! Want to wrap up warm? Kevin Spacey was a bit... Well, yes, he was. He's a bad man as well. You can argue that Robert Downey Jr. was a massive prick in the 90s. Well, I don't think it's going to be argued. I think you could just say. I mean, in fairness, this is Mark Wahlberg is doing all right here. Is there anyone from the 90s that wasn't a bit of a nonce? No, I don't think so. I think they were all pretty noncy, weren't they? That's the thing, isn't it? They were all just doing their... They're all pretty bad, really, weren't they? I mean, Michaela Strachan and the twins from the Funhouse. What they were, or that they were annoying because they weren't diddlers. Yeah, I met Michaela Strachan once as a I have told you this story before, definitely. I did Mark Watson's 24-hour marathon show at the Pleasance in London, and I was there, and I got roped into playing Football Manager for 24 hours. God, what a challenge. back in the days when I used to actually play it properly. And no, Annika Rice is who I met, not Michaela Strachan. Annika Rice. They did a Challenge Annika thing, and I met Annika Rice briefly. So Louis Gossett Jr. was never a knob. Who's Louis Gossett Jr.? That's a niche one there. Dave Benson Phillips. Are we? I think Peter Andre. We've not mentioned Peter Andre. There you go. There's one. Annika Rice, the most followed arse in the 90s. Yeah, I reckon so. Just cameras following it everywhere. There it goes, there it goes, there it goes. It's here, it's there, it's every fucking where. It's Annika Rice's arse. It's Annika Rice's arse. I mean, Toby Anstis. Who's the other one? It wasn't. Who was the other one they had? Not Toby Anstis. Who was the other little Weasley-looking one that was on CBBC? Anthea Turner discuss in what sense do we want Anthea Turner discussed, Chris? As in like a wrong'un, or like as in like, do you know what? Anthea Turner was all right. Because Chris Evans, he's on the list. Chris Evans is on the list for being a prick. Don't worry, Chris. Yeah, Tristan, we've got him in. Peter Andre was definitely a 90s knob, says Jason. Yeah. Oh, mysterious girl. Like, you threw it out as an exam question. Anthea Turner, discuss. And sure you're working out. B5W. I don't really know with regards to Anthea Turner, because Toby Anstis was on a place in the sun the other day. Didn't want to spend an extra 10 grand on a nice view. I mean, Toby Anstis. Good goalkeeper though, isn't he? There's that. I don't know how much that plays into people's thinking these days, but John Leslie, there we go. Now we've finally reached the heights we thought we'd get to, or the depths, depending upon where you think we would go with this one. I think we've struck gold. Do you know what, Jebber? I think you could be right with this one. Wolf off of Gladiators. Yeah. Bobby Davro. John Virgo as well, actually. Michael Barrymore, yeah. John McCririck, yeah. He was a weird cunt, wasn't he? And he's a Newcastle fan. Robert Kilroy Silk, yeah. Old racist Kilroy there. John Virgo wasn't the worst one on his show. No, he wasn't. But we'd already had Jim Davidson on there, so I figured we'd put Virgo on as well, because he was almost sort of like saying that Davidson was okay, and he was like, oh, look at me with my novelty waistcoat. Carol Smiley, that's an interesting one, isn't it? Oh, Jordan Turner. Have we mentioned Jeremy Beadle? We have. It was a different time, says Triple P. That's not an excuse. Don't think we're allowed to say it was different back then, wasn't it? You know. Lloyd Motorsport, welcome in, Lloyd. Pleasure to see you. all accounts, Beadle was supposed to be a lovely man. Yeah. He just wanked over home videos that were sent in for him. I heard Wolf from Gladiators on the Gladiators podcast. Comes across as a great guy, to be fair. I'm sure he doesn't have CTE. What about the rude girl that worked for EasyJet on an airline? Can't remember her name. I can't remember that story. Oh, Jane McDonald. I would love to know who the fuck else is having as much fun as we're having tonight. Do you know what? I would hope that no one is having as much fun as we're having, Jason, but I suspect more people are having more fun. But we're all here having the best time. Yeah? We're having the best time we can have. Going on calling out celebs as pedos isn't right either. I mean, look, it's not right, Triple P, but someone's got to do it. Yeah? And we might as well do it. Who's the one? What's he called? Was he Stifler? Is that too... Yeah, Sean William Scott. Not the one I was thinking of, but he was also a bad guy. Who's the one that went and did Scooby-Doo? I recognise his face. Dean Cain, in retrospect. I don't know who Dean Cain is, but I'll have a look. Not calling them pedos, I call them pricks. Different. Yeah. Freddie Prinze Jr. No, the other one. The other one who did. Who was it? I want to say he was Ginger. Matthew Illard, that was the one. Yes. Yeah, he looks like a weird cunt, doesn't he? Dustin Diamond, actually. Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah. Yeah. He turned out to be a right wrong one, didn't he? Oh, it's Screech from Saved by the Bell. That is not... that is not okay. Dennis Wise. Dustin Diamond is signed up as an ICE agent. He's not. He's dead, isn't he? Or do you mean Dennis Wise is an ICE agent? Or Matthew Illard. I mean, all of this, to be honest. Matthew Kelly, yeah. He's a weird one as well. Dean Cain. Who's Dean Cain? Oh, off of Superman. I mean, I suppose if he's formerly of a Superman, then, you know, being an ICE agent, he'd at least know, you know, protocol and that. I don't know. I tell you who I'd be upset though about if they were a bad guy. Tony Hawk off of Skateboarding. He probably is a bad man, isn't he? Because he showed up on my TikTok feed the other day, and I was just like, I think I'll have a look at Tony Hawk. I've not thought about following Tony Hawk. So yeah, now I've got 60-year-old skateboarders on my TikTok algorithm. Has someone taken Saudi? Oh, has he? Well, yeah. There's always something in it. You know what I mean? Who hasn't? Yeah. Have you ever used Facebook before? Have you ever bought stuff from Starbucks before? Oof. Yeah. When you're all famous for skateboarding, where you kind of wonder where the money is. Tony Hawk and Michael Barrymore being on the same platform isn't something we'd have thought of in the 90s. Yeah, decent game back in the day. Tony Hawk's, yeah. Tony Hawk's pro skater, brilliant. Michael Barrymore's pro skater, not so much of a good game. Michael Barrymore's pool party, not a Not a good game at all. Definitely a button basher. Oh. Stay out of the pool. It's a bit. It's like a side-scrolling platform game. First of all, Ernest from Skater's Pool. Yeah. No cats. No cats. Oh, is he off? Is he getting sent off? Or was he just getting told off? No, he's been sent off. He's been sent off. Damn it. Ernest from the Ernest Show. Just want to have a wank in the cinema. Suddenly he's a pervert. Yeah. Do you know what? Isn't it a shame how like some people get pulled up for that? Jamie Theakston, again, unrelated by Jamie Theakston. Jamie Theakston was, you know what, for being probably one of the only TV presenters to be named after a blonde ale, he handled it all right, you know. I mean, I think Kenny Landlord wasn't that great, and neither was Martin Blacksheep. But you know, Philip Schofield, at least he waited, till past the 90s. Yeah, I mean the thing is, he had a broom cupboard at the time. It was perfect cover. His blue painted TV presenter got done for doing coke. That was Richard Bacon, and hasn't he gone on to like have some massive career out in the States? But he found out the future of the guy in the Uncle Ben's was a real life guy. I mean, he probably is actually, because I don't think they had AI back in the day to be like, right, Grok or ChatGPT, can you design me a logo for some rice that has a picture of a man on it? Yeah, like that. Could you change his ethnicity slightly? Yeah, that'll do. Let's just have that for a second. Oh, here we go. Uncle Ben is sadly Benjamin Netanyahu. God. There's always one nasty racist uncle, isn't there? Oh. Benjamin Netanyahu done it. That's the game they play on Christmas. He wouldn't play on Christmas Day, actually, to be honest. Have we finished our fixtures for tonight? I think we have. We've done well. We've played Redditch. Hartlepool are up next, then Bury, then Oxford, then Scunthorpe, then Huddersfield. We're into the first round of the FA Cup proper. You're never going to meet him then. Where we play Huddersfield, which will be a massive money spinner for us at home. And I think, I could be wrong, I think we've started moving up the league a little. No, we haven't. We haven't moved up the league. We did, but then we went back down again. With 13 points. I thought we had more than that. We've won 2 games and lost 2 games. Jeez, honestly, how many matches have we played? Loads. There you go. That's what we've done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2, 4, 6, 7 is all we played. 7 matches is all we played. Jesus. Yeah, I got a little bit distracted in that. Wizzy woo. That's what we need. I want some emotes that have got Paul Daniels and Wizardy Woo attached to them, and yeah, we'll get them sorted for next stream because otherwise my ADHD will run out and we'll forget about it. So let's get it done regardless. Worry about that later. Right, enough of my talking. Let's go and pass you all off to somebody else who may or may not continue this sort of nonsense way on into the night and into the weekend. I would probably imagine that they won't, but who knows? Who knows? Let's see. Right. Let's go here. 2 reasons. One, he's called Hairdryer FM, which is quite cool. He seems to be fairly new. He's got 6 followers. He's been on for about 20 minutes, and he's also wearing that Almirante brown shirt, which I've got, which is really, really lovely. So go and say hello to him. Go and give him some love. As always, this has been fun. Thank you very much for everyone for indulging me in my madness and in my nonsense. But yeah, go and give Hairdryer FM some love. And remember to give him some wizardy woos as well when you turn. Go, hello, wizardy woos. Yeah, we are back. We are back. I'm going to go for a sleep now. Take care of yourselves, everyone. Bye now. Bye. See you on Monday.